This spark creates ripples on water, blows up steam from a locomotive, and even emerges from the sea, meaning it's a material object. But somehow, when flying over water, it doesn't create any surface waves even though it's moving fast. Hermit crabs don't make squeaky sounds.
Ow!
Pua was tied up securely, but Moana pulled him out easily and then stood up without rope or paddle.
Connected with both the land and sea.
Land and ocean.
Voyaging the sea.
Voyaging the ocean.
With the demigod, then like totally set us free. What's next?
Beautiful, traditional, authentic Polynesian drawings were downgraded to regular comics. The style is vaguely similar, but the spirit of antiquity and authenticity is clearly lost, something the first part preserved well, except for Maui's tattoos, but that's slightly different.
You were gone forever.
Let me see.
Moana doesn't have any pockets, yet she somehow pulls out a bowl.
She said to grab Maui by the ear and tell him,
You say,
I am Vaiana Motunui.
I am Moana of Motunui.
You'll board my boat.
You will board my boat, sail across the sea, and restore the heart of Tefiti.
Board my boat and restore the heart of Tafiti.
Not quite. She forgot to include cross the ocean in the middle of the sentence.
Like the last great navigator, Tautaivasa.
How do the people of Motunui know the name of a 1,000-year-old ancestor if they've spent those 1,000 years trying to forget their voyaging history?
Wanted to connect our island to all the people.
That's why he stayed on the island and passed the necklace down. It showed how deeply he wanted to reconnect the islands.
We don't want the port getting cold. Ooh, gotta stop doing that.
Either Moana wants to become a vegetarian or convert to Islam. Giving up a healthy source of protein on an island with limited resources doesn't make sense. I don't understand what that line was about.
A Tautai, connector of the entire sea.
Connector of the entire ocean.
Where are my people?
This is your future if you cannot find others. Isolation, this is how your story ends.
You're both right and wrong. The people of Motunui lived in paradise without any problems for 1,000 years. Only a god's curse disrupted that. But now bro's preaching that isolation will rot and kill them. I don't buy it. If Tataivasa had said, in isolation the god Nala will strike you down, I'd have no questions.
Returning to Fiti's heart was the beginning. Reconnect our people. Find Motufetu.
Now in the second film, it turns out Vasa also wanted the people to return to Fiti's heart. Where were your visions in the first installment? Why did the ocean do it for you? I had a theory at the moment. Maybe the spirits of the ancestors collectively form the ocean's magic. Their souls appear as sea creatures, like Grandma's stingray and Vasa's whale shark. They all emerged in the finale. That actually makes sense. But still, why didn't Tataivasa show up in a vision in part 1, but did in part 2?
People of the entire sea.
Entire ocean.
Connecting the people of the entire sea. Power-hungry god, Nalo. Believed he'd be stronger by separating the people of the ocean.
Motufetu translates to Star Island. Motu art island, Fetu ant star. Cool that Moni found drawings of stars and an island. But how did Moni figure out so many lore details about the island and Nala's intentions? All we see is his grumpy face.
Don't even know how far it is.
Farther than I was able to go.
He wants me to follow it.
Tautaivasa didn't make it back at all.
He didn't disappear, come on. He settled on another island, passed the title of Tatai to his heir, and that person moved to other islands. That's it.
On the vast uncharted sea.
Uncharted ocean. The songs in the second movie are fine. Some are decent or even good, but none come close to the first film's soundtrack.
To me, it's just Tuesday. You know what? I'll come to play, come to play.
Moana 2 is leagues worse in terms of music.
No, I am.
These rocks have less moss than 3 years ago. Also, the graphics have been downgraded. What's going on?
Of the land and of the sea.
And of the ocean.
Vaiana, you need a crew.
Why though? In the first film, she sent her young daughter off solo and didn't care. Moana sailed solo for 3 years, also didn't matter. But now, suddenly, it's like, you definitely can't do it alone, as if she's useless.
Farmer on the sea.
On the ocean.
We need a master.
Yes, you do need...
When I first watched it, I didn't get why they needed a farmer to sail the ocean for a week or two. What's gonna grow in that time? Just bring some fruit or something. This and other weird moments make sense only when you learn Moana 2 was originally supposed to be a Disney Plus series. That explains all the random and seemingly unnecessary characters, the vague villain who's not really a villain, and the strange setup for a sequel. Originally, the journey was probably meant to be long, and that's why they brought a farmer. I can't think of any other reason.
Yes! Yes!
When will animation studios learn that deliberately gross scenes is not equal to funny? If a director can't evoke emotions using clever humor, they go for any emotion, good or bad, just to keep viewers from dozing off. This is the definition of no sense of humor.
That's why you're the Wayfinder. Now everyone looks sad.
Water selectively redraws facial areas but blurs everything else like normal water.
Lotto! The orb?
Oh, of course. That's why you...
No. The entire ocean is kind of counting on us, so
When will the canoe stop?
if you don't embrace the ocean, you can't embrace the liquid.
Honestly, this team is out of control. Moana is the daughter of the chief and also a Tatai, the lead navigator. These three clowns should obey her every word, but they dare to ignore her and argue. They should be flipped upside down and tossed overboard. The moon isn't that big.
Going insane on the sea.
On the ocean,
A fire in the sky will guide you.
what nonsense. It was cool when real things, like stars, were turned into narrative elements, like Maui's hook-shaped constellation. There was a comet here too, which was neat until they blew it up like fireworks. Why? What was the point? Something's off about the sea creature designs. Some fish looked weird but bearable. But this massive mollusk with all the eyes, disgusting. Trypophobes beware. Even without that, he looks unpleasant. And there's another freak coming soon. This guy has nerve endings inside a coconut.
Bye-bye!
Is round on her.
Coconuts.
Stories should have a clear power balance. Moana beat Kakamora in the first film due to her coconut kicking experience. Now she loses quickly with no explanation. The writers should have added something. Maybe the Kakamora have new dart weapons or learn tactics after their first defeat. Like how Tony Stark always learns from mistakes. Or maybe the new crewmates messed her up due to inexperience.
Your home island. And when Nalo divided the ocean, disconnected from their home. You're worried you'll stay separated forever.
They've just been trying to get home.
Hard to believe. 1,000 years passed and they still cry over their home island? That's a stretch. They used to be sea raiders and treasure hunters. Now suddenly they're poor victims wanting to go home?
It'd be easier if we're not jelly.
They can fix that.
What is that?
Oh god, what is this dumpling creature? It doesn't fit the Polynesian world at all. It looks like something from Hotel Transylvania. And how are they keeping it on the boat if it constantly leaks gallons of slime? This dude looks ridiculously goofy. What's next? It sneezes in someone's face. Lord have mercy. Inside every giant monster is bright lighting, breathable air, and comfy living conditions.
We hate you forever.
Got this. You got this. I don't bite. Pick a mite.
Who are you?
Matangi.
I'm not going anywhere with you.
Get lost, can't lose, and lose every night. A thrill of living dangerously. What are you gonna do?
Get lost.
Get lost.
Moana meets an incredibly suspicious person and immediately trusts her. Probably because the song is great. Can't argue there.
Portal of the gods.
She opened it?
What's the surprise? Maui taught her this. He could also open a portal. But why is there a full portal to Tatai inside a mollusk? That's weird. Too many questions.
Wait, where's Mo?
What's up, girly?
Maui calls Moana curly, even though literally everyone in Polynesia has curly hair. He might as well call her tanned. I'd burst out laughing.
And then sunk it to the bottom of the sea.
Bottom of the ocean.
The constellation. It's right there.
According to the writers, a specific constellation appears only above a specific island. That's only possible if they moved hemispheres. I doubt that happened.
We gotta work together. I pull it from the sea.
From the ocean.
I can't. Moni almost died. You are so bad at this.
The best at this. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you gonna be? Go get him, princess.
Still not a princess.
The song is okay, but there should have been some concrete reason for Moana to rise up again and fight for her goal. There's none. Maui just goes, "Oh, come on, you're awesome, go for it." And Moana's like, "Yeah, true." That's it. No specific motivation.
We found a way to fix it. With a little help from the ancestors, yeah. Well, I couldn't have done it without Moni.
Earlier, the crew fixed a sail using pieces from another canoe, but now this parachute is credited to Moni, even though they could have used another sail's fabric.
Been a while since I pulled an island from the sea.
From the ocean.
Doesn't care about you. It's humans he wants to stop.
Classic power imbalance. Nala is a powerful storm god who could strike each enemy with lightning and end it all. But instead, he throws a weak tornado, then another. He messes up Maui hard, but barely touches the real threats. Bullshit! Lightning disperses across the water surface. It barely penetrates depth. No way lightning goes 30 meters underwater.
That one's his. I now speak Kakamura.
How? The kids sailed in from other islands in 5 minutes instead of 5 months. Wild.
You may have brought a little more.
Did they seriously not notice an entire fleet approaching for 15 minutes? This Kakamora returned to his people, fine, but they celebrate like they lived on this island for 15 years and finally came home. Your tribe has lived on ships and other islands for 1,000 years. What's so special about this one island?
Or break my curse. No, we're just getting started.
Post-credits scene. A big purple villain on a throne says, "Oh, something big is coming. This is just the beginning." God, what tasteless trash. 15 years ago, fine, but now it feels like he's right behind me, isn't he? Or say that again? Type of corny cliche.
Unless it was a butt dial. That'll make sense in 2,000 years.